You can't raise your vibration because there's one specific thing that you are forgetting that's keeping you stuck. And once you understand what that thing is, everything is going to shift for you. In the realm of manifestation and really just in life in general, raising and changing your vibration is absolutely essential to changing your reality. A change in your reality is really just a change in frequency. And your frequency is made up of your vibration combined with things like your beliefs, your expectations, and your reaction to what happens around you. Your vibration is the thoughts you are currently aware of and the amount of emotion that comes with being aware of those thoughts is what you are tuned into mentally and emotionally in any given moment. Now, if you're watching this video, it probably means one thing. You haven't been able to alter your vibration, and because of that, you haven't been able to alter your life in the ways you want to. You've been stuck in the same patterns, the same emotional states, the same circumstances. But that ends today because by the time you finish this video, you are going to know the actual truth behind why you haven't been able to raise your vibration, and you are going to have a clear step-by-step guide on how to actually do it. But before we get into all of that, I need to say something that's going to prime your brain for the information I'm about to give you. And it's this: vibrations cannot be altered by physical things, even if that physical thing is another person. Now, I know that might sound a little weird to you at first because you've definitely had experiences where other people changed your mood, changed what you are thinking about, changed how you felt about yourself. Someone said something to you and you suddenly felt differently. Someone did something and your whole emotional state shifted. So it seems like external things and external people do have the power to change your vibration. But here's the truth: they were merely an influence. They were only able to affect you because you actually accepted their influence. It was like they were making a suggestion to you, and because you weren't firm in who you are, because you weren't grounded in your own sense of self and your own awareness, you readily accepted their suggestion. You let it in. You gave it permission to affect you, whether you realized you were doing that or not. So here's what that means: all the power of the universe belongs to you. Let me say that again because it is very important. All the power of the universe belongs to you. Every single bit of it. And even when it seems contradictory to that, even when it seems like things outside of you have power over you, the truth is that you gave that contradiction itself that power it seems to have. You are always the one granting power to things. Nothing has power over you that you don't give it. Now, that brings me to what you are actually forgetting. The thing that's hindering you from raising your vibration. And it's this: it's the fact that your thoughts are not yours. The thoughts that come into your mental space, they are not being created by you. They are based on emotions you've experienced in the past. They are based on outside influences, on conditioning, on patterns you've developed over years and years. You do not think your own thoughts, you choose them. There's a huge difference. Starting from this point in your life, I want you to start thinking of your mind as a receiver, not a creator. Think about how a radio works. When you tune into a certain radio station, you are receiving signals that are coming from somewhere else. You are not creating those signals. You are not making up that music or that talk show out of the thin air. You are just tuning into a frequency that already exists and you are receiving what's being broadcast on that frequency. That's exactly how your mind works. Your mind is a receiver. It picks up thoughts based on what frequency you are tuned into. And that frequency is determined by your emotional state, your beliefs, your focus, your environment, all of these factors. Now, once you really accept this fact, once you truly understand that you don't create your thoughts, but rather you choose which ones to tune into and focus on, the practical guide I'm about to give you is going to make absolute sense. Because the real reason you can't seem to raise your vibration is the fact that you've been seeing thoughts that are not beneficial to you in any way as your own thoughts, especially the ones that are influenced by external world, by circumstance, by other people's opinions and judgment. You've been identifying with negative thoughts, with limiting thoughts, with thoughts of lack and fear and unworthiness, and you've been treating them like they are you, like they are coming from the core of who you are, but they are not. They are just signals you are picking up. They are just broadcasts that you've tuned into. And since you haven't been able to distinguish that all thoughts are not actually yours, you've been stuck with the awareness of those negative limiting thoughts. You've been trapped in them. But the truth, the liberating truth, is that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. You are the consciousness that observes these thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. It's the ups and downs of everyday life that bring our awareness too close to our thoughts. We get so identified with what we are thinking that we forget that there is a part of us that's separate from the thinking, a part that's just witnessing it all. If you meditate regularly, you probably experienced this. You sit there and just watch thoughts come and go. They arise and they pass away, and you realize that you are not any of those thoughts. You are the space in which they appear. Now, the question becomes, how do you practically raise your vibration during times when it seems impossible, when you are caught in negative thinking and heavy emotion and everything feels stuck? The first step is awareness. And when I say awareness, I mean actually being aware that you are attaching to your thoughts, catching yourself in the process of identifying with them, of believing them, of letting them define your emotional state. Now, most of the time, this is really hard to do. Sometimes it even seems impossible because the thoughts might be so intense, the emotions might be so overwhelming that we lose sense of what's actually true. We lose our grounding and we begin to pour all of our emotional energy into the wrong thoughts, into thoughts that don't serve us, into thoughts that bring our vibration down. So here's what I found. If you are deeply involved in bettering yourself and your life, if you have a genuine commitment to growth and transformation, you start developing this ability to catch yourself when you are not being who you want to be. You become more aware of the gap between who you are being in a moment and who you actually are at your core. So, to develop better awareness, you need to have a burning desire for what you want. You need to have a strong will, a real commitment to living differently. When that desire is strong enough, when you care enough about your growth, you naturally become more vigilant. You notice more quickly when you are slipping into old patterns. So now that you are aware, now that you've caught yourself identifying with thoughts that don't serve you, what do you actually do? Well, you simply tune into what you want instead. You shift your frequency, you choose different thoughts to focus on. But here's the thing, and this is important. You can't take this to the extreme. You can't make these massive leaps that your mind won't accept. For instance, if you are sad because you just lost some money, you can't instantly start fixating your focus on being a millionaire in the future. That's just too big of a jump. It's too far from where you are now. And especially when your current circumstances don't align with that vision of yourself as a millionaire, your mind is going to reject it. You are going to create resistance and you will keep falling down to your current level of vibration. You need to align your awareness to something higher than where you are right now, or something that's also close enough that you can actually believe it, something that feels real and possible to you. Otherwise, you are going to keep falling back down. So in that instance, instead of trying to jump straight to being a millionaire, you could be grateful for the fact that you are alive and you will still be able to make more money. You will still have the ability to make more money. That's simple, that's true. And you can actually believe that and feel that genuinely. So always align your focus to something reasonable, something that feels a natural step up from where you actually are. Because if you try to go too far, too fast, if you are trying to make these massive leaps, you are going to end up putting your desires on a pedestal You are going to make them seem so big and so far away and so special. And there is nothing the universe responds more negatively to than pedestalization. When you put something on a pedestal, when you make it seem so important and so separate from you, you are actually pushing it away. You are affirming that you don't have it. And that's what keeps it far from you. So take things step by step. Don't rush the process. Move up gradually, one frequency at a time. After you've shifted your awareness to something better, something that feels good and true and believable, you simply do what feels good to you in terms of action. You take actions from a place of feeling already fulfilled, and don't take them from a place of lack or desperation or needing something to happen. Because remember, the universe despises pedestalization. When you place too much importance on something, when you act like your entire happiness depends on getting it, the universe will literally take it from you. Or more accurately, your energy of desperation will keep pushing it away. So, all of your actions should have no specific outcome attached to them. Or if they do have an outcome in mind, that outcome should feel weightless. It shouldn't feel heavy or serious or like everything depends on it. You should be able to take the action and then let it go. Not obsess over whether it's going to work or what's going to come from it. Act from inspiration, not desperation. Act from fulfillment, not emptiness. Act because something feels right and aligned, not because you think you have to force something to happen. And that's really the key to raising your vibration and keeping it raised. Remember that you are not your thoughts, you are the awareness behind them. You are the one choosing which frequency to tune into. And you catch yourself tuned into a frequency that doesn't serve you, you should gently shift to something better, something closer to who you really are and who you want to be. You don't make massive leaps that your mind won't accept. You don't put your desires on a pedestal. You just gradually, consistently, patiently shift your frequency higher and higher. And you act from that elevated place without attachment to specific outcomes. That's how you raise your vibration. That's how you change your reality. One conscious choice at a time.